Well, on the one hand, how does the fake hip hop has affected people? On the one hand, you are receiving the skeleton. You're receiving something that is supposed to represent the voice of truth. And as far as you're concerned, it is. So that's your first deception, because it has the form of the culture that is supposed to speak the truth, the universal truth that you're a fucking slave. So you're receiving it and you have the impression that that's what it's saying, yet the message that it's giving you is a message to become a slave. The highest level of slavery ever. There has never been a dumber people than the modern man today. Never, 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 never. Can I be more clear than this? Never. People who live in ghettos, they know they're in the ghetto. People who are in a concentration camp, they know they're in a concentration camp. People who are in shit know that they're in shit. Now, you're at the height of slavery and you think you're the man and you are free. Now, you cannot be in the worse position than that. Then you go and put that music on, thinking that this is the music of empowerment and freedom, and every single time you hit that pipe, you become stupider. But you think that every time you hit that pipe, you're becoming more powerful. You're becoming more of a man. You're becoming more autonomous. You're becoming more of a Mac. You're becoming more rich. You're becoming more slick. You become more sophisticated. You're becoming more of a man, more of everything. You have the impression, yet every single time you hit the pipe, you're becoming less. You're becoming dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. It's an outrage. And the people you think are the priests or the emissaries of that freedom, I don't want to disrespect them from an artistic point of view. They do what they got to do. They are at the height of stupidity because they don't even care. They don't give a fuck about you. And if they know what I'm saying, then they are willing participants in making you a fucking slave. So you are worshiping a person who is either so stupid, he has no idea or she has no idea what they're doing, or they know, which is, I'm not sure, maybe worse, they know what they're doing. And they're willingly participating in fucking you up your ass. And these people are your icons. These people are your gods. So your God is either dumber and more dumb than you, or work. You know the expression? I'm sorry, some of you will know the expression. Everybody's heard it. We have, you're not allowed to use the word, right? You have the field N-word and you have the house N-word. Everybody's a slave. You have the slave inside the house that gets certain perks, and the master in the house, he's not going to let the house slave stink. And he's not going to let the house slave dress ugly because you got to see him of it. So he's going to give him perks. You're going to dress up, you're going to take a shower, you're going to have a nice room so that you can work properly. And then we have the guy in the field slave. So essentially, that would make us the field slaves, and that would make that person, that your deity, your false deity, the house slave. You understand what I'm saying? But that's your God. Imagine, so your God is the house slave. Yeah, but that slave is worse, is the worst. Like, what? I don't even know how to say. Everybody's seen, not everybody. Some of you seen that movie. Django Unchained, and Samuel L. Jackson is playing the house slave. Is there a more pitiful human being in the whole movie than that dude as a character? Leonardo DiCaprio is just, that's who he is. He's not confused. Samuel Jackson, who's the house slave, understands the condition of the field slave because he's one of them, but he in the house, this is arguable, in the worst position. He's the most treacherous of all the characters in the movie, if we can say that. So that would make your God, the deity, the so-called artist, the so-called rapper, that guy, or a total fucking moron. Either way, you're screwed because you're worshiping that person. And when you sing their song and you're singing his name or her name, you are literally singing the mantras and empowering that entity. And that person is a slave, he's a puppet in the hands of that mind that we've spoken about, which are represented by the serpent, or that power that or that mind that wants to subvert culture, which we're not going to talk about and we're not going to name here ever. But you know exactly what I'm talking about if you're intelligent. So that's house slave is just is a remote controlled imbecile that you worship. So you're feeding his masters, thinking that that's your ticket to freedom. Now how stupid could you be? And the sound is making you dumb. It's narrowing your fucking brain. It's making your brain stupider and stupider and stupider and stupider and stupider. And you less and less understand actual organic sounds. You don't understand the sound of a bird. You don't understand the melody of nature's sounds, because that's organic. It moves. It's so spacious. It's not dumb like a robot, like a drone machine. It's always the same, repetitive, and always and always and always and always and always the same. And then we cut everything that's outside of, because it's too much, and we make it so narrow that your little narrow brain, and you're gonna squeeze yourself in there and be in the flow of that little narrow. Poor you little imbecile. Then you have to tune yourself to the rhythm of nature to achieve health, and you don't even understand what that means, nor do you have the capacity, because your nervous system has been forged in the fires of the imbecility.